Dun Shows World.
Welcome to Show's World Gamers, Josh here, and it is once again that time of the week. As the week draws to a close, I wanted to take a moment to look at a few of this week's biggest news stories, and we had some pretty good news stories this week. Now, we did have some gaming announcements this week, so we'll talk about those, but when it comes to game releases, we're kind of still in that hiatus, that kind of light time of the year, so I did find one for us to look at today. But before we jump in, do me a quick favor. If this is your first time on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join in on the fun. Alright gamers, let's kick off this week in review with a few news stories. Now, in an interview with IGN with a few of the writers from the hit theatrical Sonic 3 movie, the question was presented of what other video games they would like to adapt to the big screen. Well, they started off with a few classic games, listing some fun NES games like A Boy and His Blob and the 16-bit 7-Up game Cool Spot, which is definitely a hidden gem on the SNES. Definitely play that if you get a chance, especially if you're a fan of platforming games. But their final answer drew kind of much more excitement as they showed their interest in making a Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker movie. Of course, the Zelda movie is already in the works, but they did kind of shoot their shot, stating that, so after they make this Zelda movie, I guess we're putting it out there in the world. Maybe we can do a Wind Waker spin-off. And that sounds pretty awesome if you ask me. Now, this week we also did get the release of a few Nintendo Lego sets, missing the holiday shopping by, well, a pretty short time. If you have some Christmas gift cards waiting to be spent, we did finally get the first set of Lego Mario Kart sets released this week. The sets include a Kart standard kit, a Yoshi with his bike kit, a Donkey Kong with the really cool barrel cart, a Baby Peach Grand Prix set, a Baby Mario versus Baby Luigi set, which is pretty cool looking also, and the Toad's Garage set, which that may be my favorite. That and the Donkey Kong one's pretty cool. I'll put an Amazon link to these sets in the video description if you want to pick any of them up. They look pretty good. Next up, let's take a look at a few video game announcements. Now, we did get an announcement trailer this week for Ultimate Sheep Raccoon, which is the sequel to the hit indie party-style game Ultimate Chicken Horse, with Clever Endeavor Games, an indie studio from Canada. The party-style game looks like a lot of fun as you hop onto bikes in an awesome-looking freestyle BMX race with level customization, crazy power-ups, and much more. The game is coming to PC via Steam in 2025, but hopefully we get news on a console version coming soon also, because I really want to get my hands on this game. I could always play it on PC though, but I kind of like playing it on console, so hopefully we get a console version. Now, we also got a gameplay reveal trailer for Prisma, the new upcoming game from the developers behind the Chris Tales games. The video shows off a really cool stylized aesthetic that reminds me a little bit of the Persona games. The game is explained as a captivating 2D Japanese-inspired RPG featuring innovative turn-based combat with never-before-seen strategic use of camera lens and filters. No release date window or if the project is coming to consoles have been announced, but apparently it's coming to Kickstarter soon, so this game actually may be a ways off still. Alright gamers, let's finish up with this week's new game releases, and it's actually game release. It's another light week as we're in that final 2 weeks of the year, but we did find one here, and that is Wuthering Waves. It did release this week on the PlayStation 5, kicking off the year and joining the mobile and PC versions of the game that released in mid-2024. The action RPG anime style game is free to play and takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where your character awakens from a deep slumber, unable to remember your past, and must set out to explore this brand new world. Alright gamers, that concludes this week in review for the week ending, in 2025. On January 3rd, that's right, we are into the new year. The week started with the Sonic 3 movie continuing its strong showing in theaters, as it holds on to the top box office spot here in the US, has reportedly eclipsed $200 million mark worldwide. That's pretty impressive. Then the calendar flipped as we've welcomed in 2025, which is shaping up to be, just a huge year in gaming. And the week ended with more possible leaks of the Nintendo Switch 2, with gamers debating the authenticity of pics of not just the console, but the new Joy-Cons, the dock, and even the motherboard. I predict an unveiling sometime in January, and I hope it's sooner than later. We need to get this thing out here so we can start looking forward to when it releases. But let me know anything we may have missed in the comments, and thanks for joining us today, gamers. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Joe's World out.